Right, y'all. Smackdown review for September 30th, 2022. There was no Roman Reigns on the show, and we had the latest in the White Rabbit clues for the wrestler that's going to debut soon. All right, so let's get to it. First match got Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa versus Madcap Moss and Ricochet. Moss hit a back body drop on Sami Zayn, and then Moss threw Ricochet into Sami Zayn and Sikoa for a suicide dive outside the ring. Back from commercial break, Sikoa hit a Samoan drop on Ricochet for a near fall. Ricochet hit a drop kick on Sikoa. Madcap Moss hit a fallaway slam on Sami Zayn. Sami hit a blue thunder bomb on Moss for a 2 count. Moss hit a jackhammer suplex on Sami. He goes for the pin. Solo Sikoa breaks it up. Solo Sikoa hits the spinning solo on Madcap Moss for the win. After the match, Solo attacks Madcap. Sami Zayn had to keep restraining the Solo Sikoa a few times. He kept attacking Madcap Moss at the end of the match. And then we got a segment in the back. Sami and Solo Sikoa are trying to get into the Bloodline locker room. The door's locked. And then Jay's on the other side of it. He opens it. He said he just wants to check on his little brother, Sikoa. And then he lets Solo Sikoa in. He shuts the door and he wants to talk to Sami. And he tells Sami, I see right through you. You got everybody fooled. This is your warning shot. If you think about putting family in jeopardy, I will get you. And then Sami says, maybe you should take it up with Roman. So starting to get interesting again, the Bloodline storyline. All right, next up, we got a segment with Karrion Kross and Scarlett in the back. It's like a vignette, pre-tape segment. Kross says, you can't just waltz in WWE. He's talking about Drew McIntyre here. You just can't waltz in WWE. You can get a teleshot. It's not the way it works. You have been on top of this industry for a very long time. You are the kind of guy you have to send to the hospital to make sure he stays down. That's what my specialty is. At Extreme Rules, I'm going to take you to a point of absolutely no return. You and I want the same thing. Only one of us have it. Now we are bound together through suffering. Once the world sees what I've been shown through the cards, and you're completely out of the way, I will go out and make history and become the new Universal Champion. It's a pretty good promo from Karrion Kross. And then, so we have the next clue for the White Rabbit. Okay, so is this the 3 little pigs or whatever? And there was like a 15-second video. And then at the end of the video, it was this shot on the right of the big bad wolf and like a evil-looking wolf thing. I don't know. And then later in the show, behind Michael Cole and Corey Graves, there's a sign, Rebel in What You Are. Apparently, Bray Wyatt tweeted this out a few years ago. So they're just doing all these random clues for him. All right, and then we had another segment in the back. Kayla Braxton interviewing Austin Theory. She asked Theory if he's going to cash in. Austin Theory says he learned his lesson at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar ruined my cash in. At Clash of the Castle, Tyson Fury ruined my cash in. The only reason I went to Wales was to become champion. You want to know who embarrassed themselves more at Clash of the Castle? And then as soon as he says that, Drew McIntyre is waiting on his shoulder. He's ready to kick his ass. And then he challenges Theory to a match. So we got Drew McIntyre versus Austin Theory. Theory's accompanied the ring by Alpha Academy. Theory hit a drop kick on Drew. Drew hit a Future Shock DDT. And then pretty much Alpha Academy interferes. And then Gargano comes out to help him. So does KO. There's all these Raw guys showing up on SmackDown. And next we got Hit Row versus Los Lotharios. Get to that one. Okay, so Shantae hits a neck breaker on Angel. So Abdallah hit a side slam on Humberto. Hiro hits the heavy hitter for the win. Next up, we got Rwanda versus Natalya. Natalya hit a counter slam, and she hit a discus clothesline for a near fall. Rwanda locks in the ankle lock, and then she wraps her legs around Natalya's like Kurt Angle used to do back in the day. And then she tapped out. After the match, Liv Morgan comes out and starts attacking her with a baseball bat. She takes a swing at Rhonda. Rhonda ducks out of the way and she hits Piper's Pit on Liv. And then they have a little struggle over the bat between them. And then Rhonda overpowers Liv, tossing her into the timekeeper's area. And then, okay, so Rhonda has the bat, and then security surrounds her. They tell Rhonda, oh, don't hit her, or whatever. And then it looks like she's about to hit her, and then she throws the bat away. And then security escorts Rhonda out, and then Liv pops back up onto the guardrail, and then she starts running after her and attacks her. And they brawl. And then we got another segment in the back with Kevin Owens. He tells Sami Zayn he needs a new shirt, and then that was it for that. And then we got a segment with Imperium. All three members, they come out. Kaiser says there have been few things more insulting to the man that is so sacred to us than the presence of the Brawling Brutes. And Giovanni says none of the Brawling Brutes exhibit the qualities of a champion. This is what a champion looks like. And then he points at Gunther while he says that. And then Gunther got the mic, and then he says he's going to beat Sheamus. I'm going to enjoy the look of defeat in his eyes, break his spirit once and for all. And then Sheamus comes out, and he says the king of bangers is here in Winnipeg. I'm more than happy to kick the three of your bleeding heads right off your shoulders. And then Kaiser and Vinci go after Sheamus. Sheamus had a shillelagh in his pocket, I guess, and he pulls it out. He smacks him with it. And now Sheamus gets into the ring, and him and Gunther brawl in the ring. And then Imperium attacks Sheamus. So as they're walking away, Sheamus grabs a mic and he says, is that all you got? And then Vinci and Kaiser hold him up. And then Gunther attacks Sheamus with the shillelagh. He beat the shit him up with his own weapon. All right. Next up, we got Bailey versus Schatzi. Schatzi hit a drop kick, and then Schatzi hit a suplex into the corner. Bailey hit the rose plant for the win. Bailey takes out a ladder. She puts Schatzi in between the ladder, and then Bailey's about to hit a move off the top rope, and then Bianca Belair comes out, and they pretty much just brawl, and then Bailey just leaves the ring. And we got the main event, 6-man tag. This is pretty obvious this was going to happen after the Drew Austin Theory match. It's Theory and Alpha Academy versus Drew, Johnny Gargano, and Kevin Owens. Gargano hit a spear from the apron on Theory. KO hit a cannonball from the apron to the outside onto Theory and Gable, and then back for the commercial break. Chad Gable puts Johnny Gargano in an ankle lock. Johnny counters into a near fall. KO tags in and hits a cannonball on Gable and on Chad Gable, and he hits a swanton. Otis breaks up the pin. Chad Gable hits a German suplex on Kevin Owens. And then KO hit a stunner on Chad Gable on top of the announce table. And then Drew hit a Claymore on Theory for the win. It was an okay show. It just missing Roman Reigns bad because it's just hard to care about anything outside the bloodline or any storyline involving the bloodline. It was an okay show. All right. See ya.